I first became interested in studying wildlife at a pretty young age. Maybe when I was 5 or 6, my dad used to take me on fishing trips. And I spent a bit of time camping with scouts. So I grew up enjoying wildlife and the outdoors in general. But it wasn't until university that I developed an interest in studying birds. And that's sort of how it all began. My name's Dr. Karen Rowe. I'm the Ian Potter Williamson Biodiversity Research Fellow at Museum Victoria. For the last 160 years, Museum Victoria has been documenting the wildlife of our state, including our more than 500 species of birds. Despite the broad collective knowledge that we have, there are still gaps about where we know little about the species that live there. And there's been a lot of change over that time period, so we're still sort of learning how changes in our environment are impacting where species live. So we use a variety of techniques to find birds. We go out into the environment and we just observe them. We can also catch and sample and release some of these birds. But one of the interesting things for birds is that we're able to hear the sounds that they make. So we know that they're there just by listening for them. And so we're able to use sound as a way of identifying which species are present and when they're there. One of the projects that we've been working on in the museum in the past 3 years is developing new techniques to record birds in their natural environments. And so we use new technologies that allow us to monitor the environment on an almost constant basis. So we can use recording devices that sit out in the environment in the places that these birds live. And it records the sounds that they make. It can do recordings 24 hours a day, so we know what birds are calling in the morning, what birds are calling in the evenings. We're now embarking on a new project that will allow us to automate the identification of birds from these vast amounts of field recordings using sound recognition technology. The project and technology that we're developing will be useful for a range of conservation groups, land management agencies and such, to help them improve their ability to monitor their own properties and to make better decisions based on the knowledge of the species that are present. Right now, we're seeking partners to help fund the project, which we feel has the potential to help our most vulnerable and unique species of birds in Victoria.